Welcome to this video. So in today's video, we are going to be looking at questions from chemistry tutor sheet 3. Okay, so these questions are just basically on basic stoichiometry. Okay, so there'll be some where we're finding the empirical formula, some where we are determining the concentration, okay, or the molarity, and some where we'll be using the dilution formula, okay, just like that. So we're going to solve all these questions here. Okay. So we start with question 1. Okay, so question 1 says an organic compound contains only carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Determine the empirical formula of the compound from the following data. Okay, so what data have we been given? We've been given that carbon is 54.52%. Hydrogen is 9.17%, and oxygen is 36.31%. Okay, so whenever you're given such, make sure that when you add the percentages, I add this one, and this one, it should give you 100%. Okay, so in some cases, they'll just say maybe they'll just give you 2 percentages. They'll give you for carbon and maybe for oxygen. So you'll be expected to find the percent for hydrogen. How? You're just going to say the total of the oxygen and the carbon, then you subtract from 100 because the percentages here are always out of what? 100. Okay, but in this case, we have already been given all of them, so no need for that. So we're just going straight into solving this equation. So what you do here, you're going to say mass percent. Okay, in fact, before you even do that, you say element. Okay, and then you list down the element that you've been told are contained in that compound. So this one has carbon, hydrogen, and then what? Oxygen. So here now you say mass percent. Okay, so you just put the percentages down where the element symbol is. So this one is 54.52. This one is 9.17. This one is 6.31. Okay, and then from there, you find the moles. So we know, how do we find the moles? We divide each of these masses, okay, by the molar mass of this element here. So this 54.52, we're going to divide it by the molar mass of what? The molar mass of carbon. Okay, molar mass of carbon is 12.01. So you get it from the periodic table. This one is 9.17. Molar mass of hydrogen is 1.01, rounded off to 3 significant figures from the periodic table. Here it will be 36.31 divided by 16 for the oxygen. Okay, so we now have to divide these things to find the values. So I'll say 54.52 divided by 12.01. Okay, so I get 4.5395503,747. So make sure you confirm this with your own calculators. Okay, what about 9.17 divided by 1.01? So this one will give me a 9.07920792 08. Okay, and then we divide the last one. So the last one is 36.31 divided by 16. So this one gives me a 2.269375. Okay, so once you have your moles here, you are now going to find the ratios. Okay, so these ratios are the ones that you're going to put in your empirical formula. So how do we find the ratios? Okay, so we take a look at the moles that we found here. Okay, so we get the lowest number of moles and divide throughout by them. So between 4 point something, 9 point something, 2 point something, which one is the smallest? The smallest is this one, right? So we're going to divide all these by the smallest. So it will be 4.5395503,747 divided by the smallest number of moles. Okay, even this one, we are going to divide it by the smallest number of moles as well. Okay, we divide it by 2.269375. And then this one, we divide it by itself. Okay, so from there, what are we going to do? We're just going to start dividing this from the calculator. So I'll be writing the answers that I'll be finding here, just here on top. Okay, so we start with the first one. So there's 4.53955.03747. Okay, so I'm dividing this with 2.269375. Okay, so when I divide this, I'm getting this one, 2.0003526. Okay, what about here on the hydrogen? Okay, so let's do that. So there I'm dividing 9.0792079208. Okay, so here when I divide, I'm getting 4.0005752.6. Okay, what about here when I divide? This is the same thing. So when I divide, I just get what? 1. Okay, so now here we can just simply round off. So I can erase some of this. So those are the ratios that you found. Okay, so we're going to round them off. So ratios. So this one, it will just round off to 2. This one to just round off to 4. This one to just round off to 1. So it means our empirical formula will be C2H4 and then oxygen 1. But the one we don't indicate it. So this one here will be our what? Our empirical formula. So there's a trick that they like doing on the rounding off here. So you can only round off a number when you're dealing with these empirical formulas. You can only round off a number, okay, if that number is less than x.2 or it is greater than x.8, okay? So it has to be less than x.2 or it should be greater than x.8. So what do I mean? So this x here indicates the number before the decimal point. And then, of course, this 0.2 just indicates the number that comes immediately after the decimal point, okay? So if the number that comes immediately after the decimal point here is less than 2, then you can round off. So in this case, you see we had a 0 there. So we can round them off easily. Okay, even here after the decimal point, we had a 0, which is less than 2. So we can round them off, okay? But if you find a number that is between 0.2 and 0.8, so for example, if our numbers here maybe was 2.257, something like this, okay, we can't round off for this. Okay, we can't round off this. Why? Because the number that comes immediately after the decimal point here is not less than this. Or if we had a number like 2.78, okay, this one here, we look at the number that is immediately after the decimal point. It's less than what? 0.8. So we can't round off this. Okay, so how do you handle such? You just look for a number such that when you multiply this number, it's going to give you a whole number or a number that you can round off easily. By that, we mean a number that will be less than 0.2 or a number that will be greater than what? 0.8. So they like using that trick, but this one was just straightforward. So be careful when rounding off these what? Ratios. Okay, I think we did a question like that in your assignment 1. So if you didn't watch the video, stay on my YouTube channel so you can just search it. Okay. All right, so now we go to question 2. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to access the full solutions to the video, they are available on our website, okay? So on our website, we also have full video solutions to all the tutorial sheets that you've had so far and all the tutorial sheet that you have. So this was tutorial sheet 1, okay? You can see we have the full video solutions on our website. This here is Tutor Sheet 2. Okay, we have full video solutions on our website. You can watch and learn anytime. Tutor Sheet 3. Okay, we have full solutions on our website. These are the questions here from Tutor Sheet 3. Tutor Sheet 4. You can see all these questions. We've solved them. The videos are there on our website. Tutor Sheet 5. Okay, we've solved all these questions and the videos are there on the website. So you can learn at any time at your own pace. We have explained all these videos in a very clear manner. Okay, so once you register and then you go on our website, you are going to see something like this. Okay, so this is our homepage on our website. So you just scroll down here, you're going to find the courses. So depending on the courses that you've enrolled for, you have enrolled there on the course if you've paid for it. Okay, so this tutorial sheet, it was for chemistry. So if you want to access it, okay, as you are preparing for your test one exam or quizzes, okay, you just go on open course here for the chemistry. So you open the course, it's going to bring two folders. So there's general chemistry and bio and organic chemistry for those who are doing second semester at Apex. So since you're in first semester, okay, or if you're from any other university, you go in general chemistry. Okay. So in general chemistry, you're going to find about 5 folders. So here in the last folder, we have some lab report samples. So as you are going to do your labs, we have some samples here that you can check, and then you get to have an idea or how to do the labs. Here we have the lessons and tutorials on each and every topic that you learn in the chemistry course. So if you open these lessons and tutorials, okay, you'll see that here you're going to have all the topics, okay, listed that you learn in chemistry. So introduction to chemistry, whatever you're going to learn, we've explained fully all the topics, okay? There are notes there and there are videos there you can watch at your own time, all the way to nuclear chemistry, if you're taking nuclear chemistry, okay? Once you leave this folder for the lessons and tutorials, you go back here. Okay, so once you're back here, you can see here we have handwritten summarized notes. So on all the topics, we have handwritten, well summarized notes if you want to read the handwritten notes. And they are very funny and they're very direct to the point. So you can also read them. Okay, if you want solutions to the assignments or tutorial sheets, you come to this folder here. Okay, so you open this folder for the assignments and tutorial sheet. Then depending on the university where you are at, okay, you'll find that folder. So this tutorial sheet were for the Apex people. Okay, so you can go to the Apex folder, okay, and then you go to your intake. So in the January 2024 intakes, we also have full videos there, so you can even use them to learn. The concepts are the same. In 2024 July intake, you can learn still. In 2025 July, January intake, there are full videos there for all the tutorial sheets you can learn. So for you, who is 2025 July intake, you come to this folder. You're going to find all those videos on all those tutorial sheets. Okay, so you even use the videos for the past intakes, okay, because the concept are the same. So you can go in this folder, you learn all the tutorial sheets are solved here from tutorial sheet 1 all the way up to tutorial sheet 14 when you go to January 2025 here. If I open it, okay, and you go to the video solutions, we also have written solutions there, okay. You can see all these videos all the way from tutorial sheet 1, the assignment 1, the assignment 2, all the way to tutorial sheet 13, okay. So you can learn at your own time. Okay, it is a very good portal. And then here we also have written solutions. You can access them. So if you open here, you're going to find the written solutions. So this was for the January intake. So you can see all these written solutions. They are just waiting for you. Okay, so that's how you can access the tutorial sheets or the assignments. But if you'd like to access the past papers, okay, then it means you have to go to this folder here for the past papers. So you're going to find quiz papers. They are solved videos and there are also some written solutions. So you go to Apex. Okay, you also find videos on exam papers. So if I go to the videos there, you see that there are videos there for some exam papers, for some tests, for some quizzes. Okay, you can access all these and learn at your own time to prepare for your For your exams. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. If you'd like to register for our lessons, okay, just see the link in the description below. Okay, it has a link to our website. It has a link to the registration guide video. So you watch that video on how to register on our website, and then you can register and you can start learning at your own time. Okay, otherwise, thank you so much. This has been Tutor Post Solutions. For any questions, please reach out to me using the numbers in the description below.